I mean, honestly, this year was starting to get pretty good, especially, regarding the news of Netflix facing criminal charges in Texas, um, regarding their literal softcore child pornography film called Cuties, but apparently, as I stated in my own video about it, Netflix apparently is still continuing to defend this film, even to this day. There was literally an article published literally yesterday, as I'm recording this, called Netflix CEO Defends Cuties, calls the film uniquely misunderstood in the US. Yeah, it's very misunderstood. It's not like the grand majority of people that have rightful criticism and rightful outrage against this film, have actually seen the movie and can pretty much completely understand just how uniquely terrible the movie actually is, if you understand what I'm talking about here. But trust me, this gets very interesting. Okay, just prepare yourself. Just prepare yourselves, because Netflix CEO has some very unique terminology to try and back up this film in general. Netflix chief executive Ted Sarandos is not entertaining any backlash to the controversial French film Cuties, which many detractors have accused of sexualizing young girls, and which, it clearly has. That's basically what 99% of the film actually is, and if you genuinely deny that, then you must be living in some sort of alternate universe in which this movie doesn't sexualize literal children. Sarandos reportedly defended the director's award-winning debut feature about an 11-year-old Senegalese immigrant in France who rebels against her conservative family values and joins a free-spirited dance crew. It's a little surprising in 2020 America that we're having a discussion about censoring storytelling, Saranda said, according to Deadline. It's a film that is very misunderstood with some audiences, uniquely within the United States. Now, allow me to quickly hit people with a reality check, just in case, for some reason, there's anyone that actually agrees with this man. First of all, it's not censoring storytelling. We're not censoring freedom of speech by calling out this film for what it is and by saying that this film shouldn't have even existed in the first place. Because the thing is that the film in and of itself is absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely abhorrent. There was literally a YouTuber that put it through an actual, test that was set up in a Supreme Court case and basically concluded that the film is illegal in every single possible regard of that entire test. And this man is basically claiming that anyone that has called out this film for what it is and talked about how terrible the film actually is and just how poorly conveyed the quote-unquote message of this film actually is. Apparently, we're now just censoring storytelling. Apparently, we're just, advocates against free speech. Apparently, we're just trying to censor free speech because, we actually have an opinion against an abhorrent film that literally sexualizes children. And second of all, his point about it being uniquely within the United States, it's not just within the United States. There's people, pretty much in all facets of the world that actually have access to, an open internet that pretty much can agree in saying that the film in and of itself is disgusting in every single regard, and that the film has basically little to no redeemable qualities whatsoever. The film speaks for itself. It's a very personal coming-of-age film. It's a director's story, and the film has obviously played very well at Sundance without any of this controversy, and played in theaters throughout Europe without any of this controversy. I'm fairly certain that the only reason why there wasn't any controversy at either of these kinds of events is probably because no one was actually willing to try and say anything about it. It's kind of like, someone just has that bad of a take where you just have no idea what to actually say in order to just oppose it. They just kind of sit there and just go you just sit there in silence, and that's pretty much, him going the audiences are receiving this very well. You know what, let's just send it to the general masses and see how well that actually goes. And then when people actually start speaking out about it, and actually have some rightful outrage about it, and people all over the world are actually talking about just how terrible the film is, he decides to try and defend the film and say that it's only within the US that all this is happening. Despite Netflix's damage control efforts, many continued to make assumptions about the movie and criticize its director, who received a personal apology from Sarandos while fielding numerous death threats after Cuties premiered on Netflix last month. A grand jury in Texas went so far as to indict the streaming service for promotion of lewd visual material depicting a child. My god, okay? Frickin' Netflix's CEO is like a goddamn next level simp. That is a word that I haven't used in, like, literal ages, and this is the first time I'm actually using it in a video as far as I'm aware. This man is a next level simp to the point where he's actually sending out an apology letter to the director of this disgusting film just because she was getting criticism. Like, dear God, okay? I mean, literally, Netflix lost $9 billion all in one day, and they're still getting backlash for, promoting and actually showing this film on Netflix. And they're still standing by this. They're still standing by the movie. They're still standing by this film. They're still saying that it's a great idea that this film even exists in the first place. They're still saying that it's just misunderstood and that, it's not what it looks like. When in reality, it's exactly what it looks like, and people have a reason to be outraged at this film. And the people that aren't outraged and the people that are actually, promoting this film are probably the kinds of people that are being protected by Eugenia Cooney and probably need to be investigated to defend this. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. That's very well appreciated. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content such as this, consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below on what you want me to talk about next. And anyways, this has been your boy, the bony-eared assfish, and that's it. See ya.